Welcome to the winner bracket final. Okay, so we are in the Nexus Cup, everybody. It is day number 1 of the Nexus Cup, and the reason why we're jumping into the winner bracket final pretty much directly is simply I couldn't cast the rest of the games today. I apologize. This is the first one that we're really jumping into. And if you aren't really familiar, so the Nexus Cup is a French tournament, which means that every single team needs to consist of at least 3 French players plus 2 whatever. And obviously for Team that is a little bit of an advantage because they have Frenchies on their team anyways. So they have a slight unfair advantage on top of being one of the best teams in Europe. They go up against LeBeast, who did a fantastic job in the semi-final of the winner bracket. We got Malganyr on there and Bishops. Those are the 2 non-Frenchies. And the first thing that you can see is that Zarya is getting banned, and that's because Ixia is on the red team. And he used his Zarya already in the semi-final of the winner bracket with some huge success. So now this is a best of 5 series. And there is going to be a second day of the tournament where we have the grand final, which is, if I'm not mistaken, the best of 7. And there's also a couple of matches in the loser bracket that should be quite spicy. So I will cover all of those. And if you're interested, one of the main reasons actually why I didn't have time is because currently, after the event in Miami, there are now talks and a couple of discussions if you maybe can make something happen at the end of the year with an offline final again. Now, obviously, still talks, but it would be really, really cool if we could have some more international action because, let's face it, the LAN event in Miami was amazing. Absolutely amazing. It was incredible. It was so much fun. There's a lot of stuff that can be improved on the production side with the stream and whatnot. But big shout out to NLG. They hosted a great event. All the players, they were very, very, very happy. And the audience as well. And of course, there's a lot to improve, but it's the first Hero Storm of the Storm tournament that they ran, and yeah, it was very, very great. I really liked it. But yeah, now we're heading into our first map. This is the best of 5 series, I already said, and we got Battlefield of Eternity coming up, and a Li Ming very early from Ultralisk with the Quasar now heading into his Blaze. Blaze, by the way, had an absolute insane track record in Miami. I think in total he got played on the last day 11 times and won 10 out of those 11 matches. So Blaze is just crazy strong. Rega gets picked by Banana H here. He's playing for Nagarom today. We got Bishops on the other side with his Hanzo, and if you followed any Heroes of the Storm in Europe, then you know that Bishops really likes Hanzo. A lot. So very early pick for that. Tracer banned out against Dino. That's obviously one of the things that was still missing at the event in the US. Dino couldn't get there. He had some problems with his vaccination status because apparently Germany changed some of the requirements. So Dino apparently got vaccinated with Johnson & Johnson, which is a single shot. And there were some changes in the rulings, so Dino was not counted as fully vaccinated any longer, and that happened just in a time frame that made it impossible for him to attend the event. And that's where Malganyr came into play, so Malganyr then subbed in for them. They did a very, very good job, but obviously Dino is just on a different level these days when it comes to assassin plays. We got the side lane ETC. Pretty happy about that too, because side lane ETC is kind of nice and always reminds me of HTC. It's pretty sweet. Yeah, Ixia with Brightwing. Play Interior, so we already got our front line, I'd assume. Here comes Sylvanas for Dino. Yeah, he loves to play Sylvanas on the side lane as well. And here in Battlefield, he could go for a bit of a side lane push. With Masquerade now playing Muradin. Okay, so we got our stuns. Stormbolt into Jet Propulsion. Li Ming for a lot of poke against the Immortal. And Malganyr, last but not least, final pick. Let's see what we're going to get from him. What is he going to drop into the ring here? We need some more damage for them. And he goes for Malthael. Alright. Triple frontline for them. Malthael, the aspect of death is in the house. And that is game number 1 at the winner bracket final, everybody, of the Nexus Cup. So let's go. Team in game number 1 on the left side. In blue with the Quasar on Blaze, Banana H on Rega. We got Dino on Sylvanas, Ultralisk on Li Ming, and Masquerade is playing Muradin. LeBeast on the right side with Ui on Malthael. We got Malganyr on ETC, Bishops on Hanzo, Play on Tyrael, And Ixir is playing a Brightwing. Okay, things are gonna be interesting here. We got our triple front line now for LeBeast. They have ETC in a potential side lane situation where he could go into stage dive over a mosh pit, depending on how they want to play it here. Given the fact that we're likely gonna see the Wave of Force from Liming, I would assume that it's gonna be stage dive for sure. One of the reasons why you pick ETC these days in the first place. But, well, here we go. They're trying to go for Ultralisk, and he finds himself immediately in trouble, but is able to make his way out. So, there we go. It was actually quite interesting, because, I mean, obviously we were hanging out with the guys in Miami quite a bit at the event, and that included Ultralisk. We went to Miami Beach a bit, and we were just chilling, hanging out, and I talked to Ultralisk a bit too. And I didn't really realize it, because I never really asked, but Ultralisk is 18, and that means that he could literally be my son. Which was a little bit awkward, I gotta say. So I was just thinking about this at some point. I was like, huh. Didn't really catch that until now. So yeah, it was an interesting touch there. I think it was the first time that he also had like the big trip there. It was kind of cute too. Like his mom literally prepared all of the documents for him, you know. Everything was printed out. I was just standing there with my phone having every single thing just like as a QR code or like a picture on my phone. And he had like document after document. The Germans, everything has to be in order. All the rules, all the paper, it has to be in order. And it was just brilliant. So yeah, big shout out to Ultralisk's mom at this point. Yeah, also big shout out to Banana H, who is going... Oh, the double kill! Oh, the doggy is dead, but so is the aspect of death. Nice. That could have been the big play here. Brightwing is also down, and ETC dies, so the blue team kicks this off with a quick triple kill. Nicely done. And yeah, this was pretty sweet. This was an interesting fight up at the top. All about the camp. So big lead now for Team Wah. They got the 1 level lead already, and they should be able to capitalize on that during the objective. Maybe even get an early level 7. That would of course be the dream. Also, in this case, we got the Feral Heart on level 1. For Rhaegar. So a little bit of a different touch. We've had, obviously Rhaegar got nerfed in the last patch a little bit. So we'll see stuff like that happening a little bit more. With that, the die alone, I mean, you can make the argument that Malganyr did just that in the last encounter. Brightwing, again on level 4, being disgusting as usual with the magic spit. I mean, especially in times of COVID, I mean, come on, dude. Like, don't walk around, like, spitting and stuff. It's like, that's just not okay. That's not cool. Dino, the slide! The kill! I like it, the CC train. There's no kill like overkill. Ixia and Maka, they both straight up went for it. Maka on ETC, that is by the way also kind of cool. It's not really something that I necessarily expected here, but yeah, I'll take it. 3 kills to 2, and that little drop on Dino, that was pretty big. I like that. So now towards the top, Dequaza is already sitting tight there, and yeah, it is a halftime show victory for the red team thanks to the kill against Sylvanas. So who's gonna take the first one? I mean, initially this looked absolutely amazing for Team Wah, but now they gotta prove it here, and it looks like they're gonna lose the first objective. Play, yeah, there's a lock on Dequaza. Okay, he's a bit low. Brightwing is coming in, and that is objective number 1 in the hands of LeBeast. Oh, these boys are beasting it. Bot lane, we have also the Cam wreaking havoc and dropping the 4 to roughly 60% HP. That's not a bad start. I mean, it started pretty badly, let's be honest. The top fight was not really a good one for them. They lost 3 of their heroes, they lost the camp, so that didn't really look good. But now getting the first objective on the back of that battle, that's pretty impressive. So for now, we're seeing them move through the bot lane. They obviously are still lacking level 7, but they should be able to lock that in soon, TM. If they get through the wall, that would already be a big step. Just denying the Immortal to the blue team was already important, because there was a chance for Team to get a lot of momentum there. Here come the reset attempts as they're trying to give Ultralisk some quick cooldown resets, but yeah, that didn't really work. Couldn't lock the kill in. Did a fair amount of damage though. No level 7 locked in by Tyrael yet either, by the way. So he's still biding his time. Now Calamity, obviously, for Liming. We have that already. And with that also now the swift retribution. Okay, all the way towards top as the battle at the bot lane continues. We have now Hanzo moving in, trying to apply some pressure onto Blaze, who's still fighting with Malganyr. But that also means that they're lacking one hero at the bottom of the map and a little bit outnumbered. Now obviously, 2 patches ago I think it was, when Blizzard made the fountains invulnerable, now you have to take the forts down. A change that, as mentioned before, I personally like. Can't cheese as much anymore. But now you can't just simply go and aim for the fountain and take that down and take the lane sustain away. You have to really commit to the fort itself, which is kind of important. And Dino gets attacked. They're hoping for a follow-up here. Not happening so far. Ultralis is also a little bit low. Both of them get pummeled a bit here. Yeah, try and turn it, but that's going to be tricky when you're down to 50% HP. That was a nice one. Banana Age has no chance there. Good coordination, I gotta say, especially with the CC from Mark and X here. That worked multiple times for them already. And Mark is surprising. Yeah, I like this. I mean, he is still going for the pleb mount here, so I don't like that. But, I mean, this is one of the ugliest mounts in the entire game. It's honestly insane how ugly that thing is. The pleb horse is at least a little bit of style, but that thingy, it is absolutely garbage. I mean, boy, is it bad. So, right now, we got the 50%. This is pretty much a lock on both sides. I mean, look at this. Not really a lot of difference between the two. Slight advantage for the red team. LeBeast! I have no idea if that is in reference to Sonic LeBeast. Someone pointed that out earlier, and I honestly don't know. I don't know if Play is Sonic LeBeast who changed his nickname, but I don't think so. So, kind of curious why they renamed themselves here. Rega also having a little bit of trouble here, so this is the second time that Rega now does. Third time, actually. Ixia also nearly dropping, and oh wow, Masquerade really wants it, and Masquerade might get the kill. The shield! But the Trash Wing kill still comes through, and they get 2 more after that. The red team got the Immortal on the other hand, so yes, they lost pretty much the entire team with the exception of Maka, but they still get the Immortal. So they won't get any value out of the Immortal, but at least they were able to deny a big snowball. It's still a bit rough though, because now you're looking at the top and they don't even give a shit about the Immortal. Look at this. Liming is going to solo that on the defense. Arrow comes in. ETC stage time. The play. But Banana Age. Look at this. He is sacrificing himself likely for a good cause here. No, he's not. And instead we're seeing Sylvanas fall anyways. Yeah, Dino got murdered. And that's the first stack also for Malthal's last right. Last right is in. Topside pressure is still there. And I am really pleasantly surprised by LeBeast. They already surprised in the winner bracket semifinal when they went up against Mene, Lauber, were able to lock in a victory there with a 3-1 score. But right now, they are just crushing it here. That's, I mean, crushing in the sense that they are really able to hold off against Team Ra for a long time. And I know I say that as they just lost 2 heroes, but they are fighting back. I expected this to be a little bit more one-sided, given the fact that Team Wa is pretty much like a full-on team. I'm doing a really shitty job explaining this, but I talked about it at the beginning of this. Now, you have to have 3 French players in this tournament on your team. So for most teams, that means that you have to, you know, go for a mixed team. But for Team Wa, it's not a problem, because they have 3 French players anyways. So they can pretty much play with their normal team. Banana Age this time, yes, on the support. It's not Zelia, it's not Nagrom, but still he played with them before. And that's why for them, participating in the tournament was a lot easier than for other teams, so they have an inherent advantage here. And that's the reason why I feel that LeBeast is already making a pretty good showing by just being able to fight back this hard. Now, they are still on the back foot. There's obviously no denying that with the 2 forts lost, this will be a bit tricky, and there's momentum to be picked up by Team Wa as well. But yeah, now they lock in another kill here. And that is kill number 10, and obviously a solid lead on the level 13 now too. And the damage, 24,000 for Hanzo, 24,000 also for Sylvanas. It's only Dino and Banana that died so far. Let me go for the camps here. Extra talent. Does not really play a role in the objective, but well, if this one is not going to give some momentum over to the red team, then they will probably fall farther and farther behind. If that gap in experience increases, then you are probably in for a rough ride for the rest of map number 1 in this best of 5 series. So, what can they do? Who's taking it? Bottom of the map, there's a double camp and catapults pushing in, so Ultralisk is escorting that through. That's already a big problem for them. And at the same time, their Immortal gets attacked, so you're really being put in a very awkward spot. Marco with his pseudo-global, thanks to the stage dive on level 10, can mitigate that to some extent. Masquerade got attacked here, and I mean, he's not really going for the last rides yet. There's always the Ancestral. But already, we're seeing the play, and Malganyr is down. Malganyr down, Marco coming in with a good slide, but I'm not sure if that's going to help them. Arrow, and that was a big one. Big arrow, Sanctification as play re-engages. They see a chance to maybe turn the battle, but it's not happening. Tyrael survives, Marco is on the run, Brightwing helping out for just another moment, but Tyrael now finally lost, and that's the end of ETC2. Brightwing gets crushed, Bishops is more or less the only survivor here, and even he dies as the resets are kicking in for Ultralisk, and he just shows no mercies there. Picks them up one after another. Now they got the opportunity to use Sylvanas at the bot lane to take the keep down and go for the objective too, maybe even for game. They are an aggressive team, but I'm not sure if they're aggressive enough to go for the core here. I highly doubt it. Instead, Dino and Ultralisk are already falling back, trying to top off their mana pool a bit. But that was, of course, a freebie keep, and they say thank you very much and take it. So yeah, good stuff from them. Level 16 talents are also available, and that gives us the Hunger of the Wolf. Wolves are always hungry. And, yep, in this case, it is a Mirror Ball. Willows of Forsaken for Sylvanas. I mean, again, some of the common talents or normal talents. Dino already waiting at the side. ETC, this time misses it. Nice! The arrows from Bishops are always on point. Rhaegar trying to heal himself before the last ride kicks in, but that didn't work out, so that's a second stack for Malganyr. Cooldown reduction is in. Masquerade makes it out of this one with 100 HP. But this is exactly what I said earlier. The red team, they are just fighting here. They are coming in and trying to, you know, fight back. They know they're up against a talent advantage. It has to be Bishops. Is that Russian aggression that we're always talking about with teams like Team Ash, and he brings it apparently in for the team here. Oh, but Dino, look at this. They are all so low. Liming, first kill, first reset. Ultralisk is looking for more. Dino is dead, but it's really on Ultralisk now to make some plays here. And on the left side, Masquerade against Ui. Do we have a last rights? No, we don't. Masquerade jumps out, and Malganyr is dead. So is Brightwing. The aspect of a dead. That's only 2 players still in play, and of course now catapults are moving through the top. We have catapults massing at the bot lane, trying to go for the core here. The wall is about to fall too, and yeah, this is rough now. Not only are you still lacking the level 16 talent, which of course favored the entire time the blue team in these mid lane fights, or well, middle of the map fights, but on top of this now we have, without level 16, a push with a 3-level lead from Team through the top, where they can take another keep and should have no problem to do exactly that. Now, Sylvanas is going to take some time until she finally arrives here, so they can't use her from the get-go, but it's going to be very tricky to defend this. Ultralisk, yeah, already getting pinged. Here comes ETC, and is immediately attacked. They're jumping in on him. Immortal gets ignored for now, and you ignore an Immortal on this map on your own peril. That is, yeah. Arrow missed this time, that's bad. That arrow was so good for them the entire time, but now they missed it, and they just don't have the engage that they need. So this keep is gonna fall, and they're gonna move in with even more than that. 18 kills to 7, finally level 16 talents for the red team. LeBeast with level 16, but very little hope left here. They're still 2 levels behind. The stats advantage is giving a big lead to Team and they go for the kill, and they take ETC down. ETC is dead, the core gets attacked, catapults are moving in on all sides, and the fight continues. This isn't looking pretty. The shield is gone, the core is falling. This should be the lead for the blue team. They go for Malganyr again, and they drop him. Sylvanas dies 4th time, by the way. 8 kills against Team and it is only Banana H and Dino that died. both of them 4 times. That's Hanzo gone. That's game number 1 in the bag for the blue team. They take the lead in this winner bracket final. GG and well played. Before we head into game number 2, make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it yet so you don't miss out on any future content here on Khaldor TV. Game number 2, Team has taken the lead here. Now we're going to Trash Skya, one of the worst map in the current pool. Oh, to be fair, one of the worst maps in the competitive pool. You know which map I would really like to be playable again in competitive play? Blackheart's Bay. Blackheart's Bay with the doubloons is a map that, generally speaking, I really think is cool from a conceptual point of view. Problematic is simply that players at some point figured out that they can play the map without ever having to commit to a fight and just run around, either pushing lanes or going for the objective, depending on what the opponent is doing, and that ruined the fun on the map. But the idea of the objective, the balloons that you carry, they can lose them, the opponent can pick them up, like all of these interactions are pretty funny and pretty cool. If they could maybe try and balance the map and bring that one back, that would be nice, and it could definitely replace World Sky Foundry. I never got the idea, like the thing why so many people like Haunted Mines. I feel Haunted Mines was always a meh map in the first place, and obviously it's in no way viable. But Blackheart's Bay, that had a unique touch to it and was kind of fun the way that it worked as well. So yeah, I liked that when it was still playable there. But again, obviously dreaming here a little bit. Blizzard made one thing clear, then it is that they don't give a shit about Heroes of the Storm, so the chances of us getting maps reworked are slim to none, I'd say. When did we get the last hero? 1.5 years ago, something like that? Okay, Zarya gets banned out. Get used to that, because nobody wants to play against Ixir's Zarya. Volskaya is obviously also a map where you have a lot of 5 versus 5 fights. Even the 4-man can just be super strong. And yeah, you want to get rid of Zarya when you can. Dino Sylvanas is banned out here. This is a 3-lane map now, and he loves to play that hero lately, especially when he can split push a bit. And yeah, that's why they're shutting this down very, very quickly. Stukov also picked very early here. Yeah, me likey, because I like Cybercoms. I gotta say. So with that, what else do we get now on the blue team side? Because with the double pick, they could go into Blaze again. This is actually what I expect to be picked here, and there it is. And Hanzo too. We talked to Dequaza a little bit at the event and about his Blaze, and he was just at some point going, like, what do you guys want from me? They leave Blaze open. I can't pick anything else. If he's open, I have to pick him. And the track record on the hero definitely proved him right. So yeah, there was that. But either way, we got Hanzo that also takes it away from Bishops. Here comes the janitor, so we get that. Oh, Schallsweffer. And Macke on Lul Nara. Bammy! The dinner play. Dinner has been served. Especially if we get Greymane on the other side. But yeah. Okay. What are we getting from the bans? What else we only get rid of? Frontline. I don't know if you're respecting play here. I mean, you could target ban Bishops for sure with some of his pools, but they go for a Jojo ban instead. Apparently no attempts from Team to get a Johanna for themselves. Probably more looking at giving Masquerade something to have a little bit of fun here. Final ban. I think that Mark is probably going to have a pretty big impact on the way that they're drafting. He did a very, very good job replacing Dino at the event. Of course, Team Map would have been way stronger in Miami with Dino. That's the one that they practiced for ages with, and they have a good flow. But you gotta give it to Marke. He came in, he has a lot of experience on a competitive level, and he really, really helped Team. So as far as replacements go, he did an incredible job there. So big shout out to him. Just doesn't only show that he's a good player on the mechanical side, even though he himself admitted right away and said like, hey, I'm a little bit rusty on some of my heroes, and I definitely have to step it up a bit and get the training in. But just having someone with that level of experience, especially in an offline environment, helped them a lot. Now, Banana H is playing Malfurion. That's actually a really interesting pick too, because the NA teams in Miami, they love to play the Malfurion. June, for example, played it a lot. But on the European side, we didn't see him like all that much. They didn't prioritize him to that extent. Now that Rhaegar is banned and Stukov is already taken, Malfurion gets a shot. But here comes Tyrael, so we got Blaze and Tyrael in. And the final two picks, Varian Stukov, and a Zeratul for Bishops. I like it. I like the aggression. This is actually pretty cool. So Varian is in, going up again with Stukov against them, and we got a Zeratul on top of it, which is kind of neat. Now, if they can lock Zeratul down somehow, that would be kind of nice. Especially if Malfurion, for example, can facilitate that. Also has an influence on what they are picking on the last one. And it's hammer time! They're going full rich on us. Alright, Sergeant Hammer for Ultralis. Don't give a Zepanzer to the German. That has historically not really worked out. So, well, Volskaya's map number 2 in the best of 5. Let's jump straight in, everybody. Team against LeBeast. Blaze played by Dequaza again on the second map. We got Masquerade and Tyrael, Banana H and Malfurion, and Ultralis. It's hammer time with Dino on Hanzo. On the right side of the map, Ixia playing Stukov. We got Ui on Leoric, Bishops on Zeratul, going straight into Orb Collection on level 1, Make on Lunara, and Play on Varian. So an oldie but goldie. We're going to get our taunt into the lurking arm again, trying to isolate a single target and go for the sniper composition here. But yep, let's see how this is going to work out in game number 2 for the red team, because obviously they are now trailing behind in this best of 5. Would be pretty great for them if they could win this one. But yeah, time will tell. Sergeant Hammer can of course be a massive nuisance, but most of this is happening after level 7 was reached, so that you have at least some mobility in siege mode. And this is, interestingly enough, also the map where Rich himself brought Hammer into the meta back in the HC days. Exactly on this map. And also starting on the blue team, by the way. Fun facts for you here. So we already got the Shadow Hunter, we got the Lion's Maw right there. Our one-on-one lane has more or less been established. And in the middle of the map, Ixia, yeah, the lock with the root, and there's the kill. The Admiral is dead, and he's gonna get demoted. Quick demotion for Stukov. First blood, that's not really what you wanna do here. No, the troops are not gonna feel a lot of confidence if their leader immediately YOLOs in like this one. I got caught out of position a little bit. But obviously the situation is very similar when we're looking to the taunt into a lurking arm. If you have multiple stuns that Malfurion can follow up on with a root. If you have played a lot with the Varian combo, Varian combos can also be played with Malfurion for that very reason. It's a similar principle, not quite as powerful and strong, but still very dangerous. 6 stacks already for Zeratul, and we definitely have to keep an eye on Bishops. The question is always, how does team react around Zeratul? And honestly, this was one of the things that, especially at the Miami event, I mean, sorry, I know I'm referencing it a lot, but obviously having North American or NA in general just play against Europe in an offline environment was a highlight of the year. And what I really liked was how team dealt with Cure's Zeratul. And that's something that they have to do here as well. So they have to really keep an eye out for him, for his movement, shut him down whenever they get a chance, and just simply not allow him to get that massive momentum that he could build up if he's able to take down Malfurion, if he takes down Hanzo, or anybody like that. Now, on level 4, as usual, Siege Tactics is already in. Bottom of the map, Dequaza is getting some freebie damage against the wall. And choo-choo! Ui comes in here, the French conductor is in, but the first objective is also starting to pop up. And LeBeast has taken a tiny lead in experience. Now, level 7, as I said, is going to be quite important for the red team, for the blue team, so that they get their level 7 for the hammer. And Ultralis, yep, gets caught and dies. Bim. Okay, that's exactly how you got to deal with this. But they can only do that in the early game. Now, when we're talking about items, there's also an advantage that goes to LeBeast because they were able to get the healing beacon. So they have a turret and a healing beacon, which is obviously quite nice. A lot being lost down here at the bottom of the map, though. So that's something they got to deal with. And we got 21% on the progress for the blue team, as the red team is finally laying claim to it. They have the early level 7 talents, so that's one of the reasons why they can do that. The quest completed. We now also got Wormhole in. So we go from Shadowhunter straight into Wormhole. And it will be Might of the Narazim on level 10. But another kill! 2 kills now for LeBeast. Nice. We got the Hover Siege mode for Sergeant Hammer, so that helps a bit. Bishops gets immediately met with a root as he's trying to make an engage. But still, it's kind of wild. Okay, Ixa gets attacked. And they have 65%, so now it's a 5 versus 5. And Marky got murdered and they take the item. Ixe was trying to get it and apparently couldn't. So he cancelled before he grabbed it, and that's a beacon and a kill. That is about as good as it gets when we're talking about kills on this map. You get one of the best item on the map, and you get control of the checkpoint with Ultralis just wailing away now. One hit after another against the wall, so they're forced back here. Objective is going in their favor. If nothing else happens. Good damage here also with a nice root follow-up against Varian. Like, he's in trouble. Still has the taunt out, but yep, that alone is not going to save them. Bishops, for example, is in huge trouble and dies. Great jet propulsion also from Blaze, and that leads to a second kill. They got 2 kills. Now the objective is up, but with Sergeant Hammer they can already start to work on the next lane, which is exactly what they're doing all the way up at the top. Ultralisk is just firing away, as in the middle we currently have the Protector doing some work. Now, since you can't really prep these lanes any longer because... Oh dear! Bambi! Nope, she's dead. Lunara is down, Bambi has been eliminated. And it seems like they're gonna get the 4-2. Yeah, this is fantastic. This is actually really strong for the first push. And Varian is committing Sudoku here. Apparently had a bit of a death wish and committed Honorable Subaru straight in the middle. But yeah, top side, Hammer still getting his hits in. Now against Bishops too, and Bishops is realizing that he is real far out here. So he's able to move back out thanks to his blink and the cooldown reduction, but they are going in with a quick sanctification to push the issue even further and create some space for Hammer, who's now able to take the second fort. So objective number 1 on the map allowed them to take 2 forts down. That's crazy. The Quasar is bunkering it up just as he gets out of the lurking arm. And they could... I mean, how much more do you want to get here? 6 kills to 2. Are you kidding? Level ahead and 2 forts down. Yeah, 2 forts down. Different from 3 doors down. That's something else. And here we go. Yeah, can go for the camps now. Try and take some more. I mean, they already have. What do they have left? I'm not sure if we are still... No, they hold 1 turret, so now they're getting the second one. Yeah. And obviously items are one of the biggest things here, so they need to go and come in right now and lock this one in. The turret, I mean. The more items you have at this point, the better for you, but yeah. But well, for the time being, we now got the blunt force gun in. Blunt force guns. Oh, Blaze is dead, but can they get the counter? They're trying for Bishops. Who gets away with 300 hit points? Oh, Dino nearly got him, by the way. Yeah, that was close. Yeah, Blunt Force Gun is such a fun name to me because we all know what BFG really stands for. So, yeah, we played Quake in other games. Yeah, we know what that really means. Sanctification is in, but Zeratul is dead. So is Sergeant Hammer, though. The tank got eliminated. And now with a 4 versus 3, actually 4 versus 4 on the map, but Blaze not being here, it seems that LeBeast is able to get another healing beacon. Last time they donated it. But yeah, maybe a kill. They're moving in again. Masquerade, banana, low, banana, and a swing! And that's the end of him. Mace, meat, face, and that is that. But both of the supports are now gone. Muck is also again in trouble, and he pays dearly for not getting out of the way quickly enough. Hanzo takes him down. The Master Hunter over here, not a problem at all. YE, on the other hand, he escapes, but the push just continues, and with 2 forts already gone, the advantage is just getting exploited further and further by them. So, yeah, down to the bottom of the map now. We currently got Ultralisk starting to slowly move in. They're obviously hoping to open this wall up as well. The next objective is getting unlocked topside. But at the bot lane, there's still a couple of towers to be taken down, and that's exactly where they position Sergeant Hammer now. And Blaze, I mean, again, he doesn't have the bunker ready now, but still, could at any point. He gets attacked now too, and yeah, this is not looking good. He's literally put into a corner. BFG is there, and Varian just doesn't stand a chance. So yeah, taken down very, very quickly. Varian is dead. And this is just not looking good for LeBeast. Maybe they get a kill against Blaze here at some point, but he's also going to have bunker back in a few seconds. Zeratul is trying to get experience in the middle of the map, but level 16 is now very close for Team Wah, as they're continuing the pressure play at the bottom of the map. 11 kills to 5. They drop Leo, or he activates a straight. Depends a little bit on how you're gonna look, how you're looking at it. But that's level 16, and they're taking another fort. Yep, there's fort number 3 that gets taken apart. Level 16 talents already, and that means Giant Killer. And that is gonna hurt. That's really gonna hurt. Giant Killer is now also available. Next objective should be picked up by them. We're 10 minutes into the game, and LeBeast has lost all position in this one. So yeah, they are in trouble, and they know it too. They need some kills. They need them quickly. They need to soak half a level so they can at least compete with even talents. And it's gonna be rough. It's gonna be really rough. Sergeant Hammer is currently 30,000 damage, 50,000 damage for Hanzo. A bit more than that. They're trying to go for counter pressure at the bottom of the map, and I like it because they can't really do anything about the top. You need to... They're anchoring the play here at the side to buy a bit of time for Make and for E. If they can get level 16, then they are at least competitive in the next battle. So that's what they need to do. But it's 55% towards the progress. That's a nice catch, though. Masquerade goes down. Yeah, got interrupted on the Sanctification too. That was a really good catch. That was well done. Sanctification got interrupted, and then they just burn him down. That's exactly the kind of plays that you need to make if you're LeBeast and you want to come back here. But all the way up at the top, it is time for the next Protector. Going full battle mech on us here. I like it. Full Gundam. But they will likely not be able to do anything with this. I mean, first of all, the objective in general on this map is pretty weak. That they were able to do so much with the first objective was really surprising and out of the norm. But since we are 10 minutes in and they've been down with one player for quite some time, I don't expect too much. Now they're playing it exactly the way that they should. A little bit slow, but the drain from Ui is also going to work against them. So that's there. And with that now, we're having them move straight down to the bottom of the map in another attempt to go for this one. Yeah, well, can they get a kill here? Maybe. Make is already a little bit low, so you gotta be careful. And Ultralisk with Sergeant Hammer here in the back is obviously the biggest problem for them. Because he is just making it so difficult to engage into this, and they are struggling, and you can really tell. Zeratul was the one that was supposed to deal with this to an extent, but he is also having a real rough time here. And there's so many tools that Ultralisk has now to stay safe. And then on top of that, you have of course the Protector that is also presenting a pretty heavy meat shield. But now, yeah, they still siege up at the bottom of the map. It's 16 talents versus 16 talents, but it's a bit crazy. If they can take that keep down, that would be fan-fucking-tastic. BFG, Ixia in trouble. They make the plays for the backline, and with the support already fairly low, they gotta move back again. Ultralisk, he's obviously waiting for the 20 now as well, but especially with this Giant Killer on 16, he can really punish that front line whenever they're getting in range. And it makes it so dangerous for the Beast to even engage into this. And you can see they're looking for that engage, but they can't really find it here. They're trying now. Dequaza is moving back. He still has his bunker, and the keep keeps falling. That's another kill against Leo. It's just a merciless siege that LeBeast is not able to manage in the slightest. 12 kills to 6. They got level 19, and now the only question is, where do they siege up next? Do they go for the core? Do they go for something else? the core mechanics, it might be a little bit harder to make this one work, but they are making this so difficult for the red team. And yes, the core is getting targeted. Another kill, and Lunara is dead. Yeah, that's a quick one. Bishops is also in trouble. He's trying to zip around and use his mobility, but Dainu shows no mercy, connects the kill, and that is a likely game. They kill everybody with the exception of Leon. I don't think he's going to make it out either. He's dancing. He knows what's happening here. He knows this is over. What a dominant performance by Team on this second map in the best of 5. The winner bracket final is looking fantastic for them. Great damage, especially, of course, from our boy Ultralisk with Sergeant Hammer. And that's game 2-0 as we are headed to game number 3. Tomb of the Spider Queen, our third map, maybe even the last one for this series. Now keep in mind, this is the winner bracket final. Whoever wins this one moves on to the grand final. The loser still has another chance to make it, but they will drop down into the losers bracket. Very dominant performance of the blue team on map number 2, but also a really nice Sergeant Hammer pick, and you could tell how the red team just didn't have an answer for that. They were really, really struggling. So there's that. But off we go. We got our first ban, and it's Lucio. Question obviously with this is immediately, is Zarya being banned out? Yes or no? That's one of the big ones. And there's also a Blaze. Finally getting banned. Again, Dequaza himself said, I would like to play some other heroes too, but if they keep my Blaze up, what do you want me to do? I have to pick him. And the win ratio gives him, well, proven right. So now Zarya gets banned again. No Zarya for Ixia. I mean, technically speaking, didn't Ixia play his Probius quite a bit here? Maybe they've been going for something like that. That would be kind of fun. That would be pretty cool. Now Vala gets banned, so we don't see the double support. Dainu Vala, or solo support Vala, you can still play that too. Don't even have to go into the auto attack style. Vala is a very versatile hero these days. We're seeing tons of multi-shot builds, we see arrow builds, we see auto attack builds. Yeah, after Blizzard finally fixed Creed of the Hunter, the former noob trap, you can even go for that particular playstyle. Now, we got Hanzo as an early pick this time, and there's a few heroes that I really want to see if LeBeast plays them. Now, first and foremost, we obviously are waiting for some of the more edgier heroes like Probius. Ixia plays it sometimes and could play it here too. But for Market, Mephisto would be an interesting choice as well. The question is, what does Bishops pick? His Hanzo was already taken away from him. So, yeah, those are the biggest ones here. And Bishops goes into his secondary. He plays Sylvanas on this one. We got Johanna for the wave clear again. And yeah, still Macke and Ixia, they're still up here. But of course for the blue team, Ultralisk could technically play as Kerrigan on this map. That's an option for them. I haven't seen Maiev. Now that I think about it, we have actually not seen Maiev, and there's obviously Stitches. Stitches is one of the heroes that Masquerade is just absolutely dominant with these days, and generally Stitches is just insanely strong. It was very interesting to see the dynamic change in Miami when we had the offline tournament, once that Stitches started to appear as a ban. That was actually pretty interesting. But now we got Tracer banned, so they're targeting yeah, Ultralisk a little bit here too. But you got Urel and you got Stitches, so breaking through those two is already going to be very tricky. The blue goat, the space goat, Stukov banned, no support on either side yet. Question is really what Ultralisk is going to pick. And of course Macke. I mean, again, this is a map where he picked a lot of Mephisto lately. I mean, not only lately, he's the OG Mephisto player pretty much. And are we gonna get that pick now? Yes or no? Gimme, gimme, gimme. Ana and the Haka. Alright. So a nano boosted Mephisto is still in the cards for us. Together with Sylvanas. You can always nano boost Sylvanas too and just go for another melee with Macke. Can play the triple melee style. That definitely works. But what is Banana going to play? Banana can play his Ana because Ana got it already picked, so no Banana's Ana. Genji and Rhaegar. Alright, the doggy is in the house. Blackheart's favorite support. Rhaegar! But yeah, so we got Ultralisk and Genji. The Shimada brothers are united once more. And, well, with that, what is Maka picking for us now? Makes it a little bit less attractive to go for some of the standards picks when Genji can start to hunt him down. So instead we're getting Phoenix! Look at that! Yeah, they took a bit of a page out of the book of the North American teams here, maybe. Not quite sure what Phoenix can do for them. But, well, we're gonna find out. Tomb of the Spider Queen! Map number 3. Let's go and see if the red team can put a point on the board or if Team Wa moves on to the grand final. The blue team on the third map with Dayquaza on Urel, Banana Age on Rhaegar, Ultralisk playing Genji. We got Dainu on Hanzo and Masquerade playing Stitches again. Our boy wants playtime and he's gonna get playtime. On the right side, LeBeast with Ui on Dehaka. Got Make on Phoenix, Bishops on Sylvanas, Play on Johanna, and Ixia coming in with a contact healing on level 1, playing Ana as mentioned. So, this is pretty much the last chance to start a reverse sweep and start the comeback. Can they pull it off? Yes or no? Time will tell. Level 1, moving away from the build that he used in the first game. We got the Colossal Totem right now, and for Stitches against the Patchwork Creation. Hungry for more is honestly something that I want to see a little bit more because it's just fun to see the mini stacking happening. At least we got the color coordination here for Masquerade. I still hate this skin with a passion. I think it's so shit. Stitches has some great skins. This is not one of them. But yeah, I know. Controversial opinion here. But as we all know, my opinion is better than your opinion. So yeah, if I say it's shit, it's shit. Unfortunately, not how it works. Or maybe fortunately, it's how it works. Mage attacked, yeah, but he has to walk away here. Now keep in mind that when you are playing with someone like Phoenix, he can actually side lane very easily. He has everything that you need from the side lane. He has a shield mechanic that gives him sustain. Space Goat is down. Has also the AoE clear, and on top of that he has an escape tool thanks to... Oh, that was... Oh my god. Wee, look at you, the beast! Yeah, that was an easy kill. Nicely done. The drag connects, Genji is caught, and then they get the follow-up kill, so there's already 2 of them. That was really well done. Not quite how I expected, but kudos. Well played. So, with this, we now have Rhaegar doing what Rhaegar's does. Rhaegar's do. Goes for the camp. Can pretty much solo those. Pretty much everybody can solo a camp. So I should probably rephrase this a little bit. It always comes down to like how quickly you can do that. And look at this bad boy. He connects another one. So they get kill number 3 because their Haka is just absolutely stepping it up now. And I am impressed. I'm not gonna lie here. Those were... I mean... Stitches has the hooks, the Haka has his tongue. And currently those tongues are landing way more. Maka on the other hand, he might be in a bit too much trouble for him to handle, but since he gets assists from the rest of the team, they can turn it again and they go for Dayquaza, who is barely making it out. But that turned from a potential kill against Phoenix into a very dangerous situation for Urel. Another hook, and this one misses. Bottom of the map, the Haka is now also getting pushed out, since Hanzo got a bit of an assist there from Rhaegar. And let's see what else they can do now, because the Dino's already starting to poke. They obviously need to find the rhythm here. But the red team is doing everything they can to finally lock in a potential win. They're slightly ahead in gems, and they go for another one. They get another kill. Great move from Jojo with a good condemn. And that's kill number 4. Yeah, things are not really going all that well for Team 1 in the early game. Could always change. But at least initially, it is the Beast show. They are doing all of the work here. They got 4 kills to 0. They got more gems. They've already turned in 30. So they have enough to go for the first objective. And things are looking pretty good. And that also is reflected in the experience lead that they're currently holding. 4 more gems needed. Camp is taken too. Yeah, This is a great start. This is something that you can really build on. Now, it of course becomes a lot more dangerous once the team has their heroic abilities. There is no denying that. And oftentimes in the past, we've seen them struggle a bit in the early game. Then once they have their level 10s and they get into coordinated big team fights, they do way, way better. So that's the big danger here for Team LeBeast. But they got the early level 7s, so that helps. Should also secure them the turn in. And there it is. Quick hook, but the warp is out, so Marke is able to get away. It's a lot of mobility on both teams. You're looking at Urel, you're looking at Hanzo, Genji. On the other side, you have the warp. You have also Sylvanas. And yes, that was a nice setup. Very nice setup indeed, but also a good move from Rhaegar, who immediately attempted to shut that down. That's the hook, though. That is the hook. Bishops gets killed as Ultralis says, thank you very much for the layup, bro. And he just moves in and drops Sylvanas as she jumps out. And this couldn't have come at a worse time for LeBeast. Just as they're trying to use those web weavers to push and hope for Sylvanas to enhance that attack, she dies, and that makes the entire defense so much easier. Down at the bottom of the map, though, they want the counter kill, and the Quasar has 27 gems. And yes, that is the end of Urel. That more than makes up for it, I'd say. So that was actually great. That was actually really, really good. 27 gems gone. That is fantastic. Yes, the first Weapon wave hasn't done too much. They didn't get a fort with it. They took some of the walls down, but that's about it. But they are hoping to get more. And they kill Hanzo. Guys, I don't know what to say, but they're getting kill after kill after kill. He's going to die too. That's another 7 gems. They're getting absolutely crushed. That's a fort after all. It looked like such an easy defense, but they lost the fort. And now they are a level behind. And they are just simply losing ground here. Ultralis gets attacked and finds himself in some trouble. Level 10 is going to be available soon. And yeah, LeBeast is just murdering here. I mean, are you kidding me? Yes, Bishop's getting killed earlier didn't really help them, but now they move in because they know heroic abilities are so close. For a second fort to be dropped in the middle of the map. Yeah, Bishops is jumping away. Easy escape by him. He has level 10 and they gotta move back. Ooh, good hook. Great hook. But here comes the ult. The Quasar is low. He gets away and everybody's on the run. Everybody's on the run here. Level 10 abilities mean you gotta get out of there. Masquerade throwing out a couple of hooks, but they're losing the fort now. So this is an enormous amount of momentum that we're seeing for LeBeast. They are trying to start the reverse comeback here, and at least the initial approach is a good one. Yep, another hook, but no follow-up. No Gorge, no nothing. And Masquerade realizes very quickly that they can just simply dive him, and they try. Play might have gone a little bit too deep though. Everybody else is moving in now as well. But the Iron Skin is ready. Urel isn't here. She's still trying to get experience on the side lanes that they finally have level 10 abilities of their own. But they gotta use this very quickly. So there's Gorge, there's the arrow. The hook, nicely dodged, but that is still a problem for him. Yep, there's the Gorge, just walks up and says, screw you, but the Blessed Shield, well played. They get the jet propulsion, the arrow, not the jet propulsion out. And there's the kill. So now it is Genji time. Genji! Coming in, trying to follow up with a few more. Maka in particular was a juicy target, but they couldn't drop him. So, well done. Dainu, yeah, Dainu likes to do shit like this. Being it Vala or any other hero, he really likes that. I think they've been scouted out. Now, if you can sneak this one in, that's great, but this can always backfire. So it's a bit of a risk that Team Rat is taking here. And Sylvanas is on her way, but if they get this, of course, this would be a great step back into the game. But yeah, they gotta take this one now. Now they're committed. I mean, someone will walk away with this boss. This boss is gonna be taken by one of the teams, and they gotta make sure it's them. Actually, apparently not. Genji is down? No, they claim it. They take it. So they just lost the boss. They buy some time, obviously. But that kill was unfortunate. There's the Blessed Shield. They're trying to go for Masquerade. They can kill him. Should be able to. Ancestral, nice, good save. Maybe they can go for Bishops. And, oh my god, no, not like this. The Quasar dies and Bishops is alive. Genji wasn't here, or he could have cleaned all of this up. Web Weavers are still going for the attack, but this is such a big lead now in experience. It is getting crazy here. It's really getting crazy. 2 forts are down, the third one is about to fall, and on the other side, the only thing that they could get is take some of the walls down. So yeah, Team is a really bad spot. Very, very bad spot here. If they get the boss and the web weavers, I mean, it was a greedy play, don't get me wrong. But if it works out for them, they make a comeback. So they are in a situation where they're 2 maps ahead. They can risk shit like this. I don't think you make that play if it's the last map in the series. But if you are behind and you wanna, you can make some risky plays because you got a 2-0 buffer, then why not? If it works out, you're in a good position again to reclaim the game, but if you lose out on it, then yeah, even if you lose the game, it's not gonna be the end of the world. So right now, it's more of a question of can they somehow fight back, but it's a 2-level gap, and with some solid plays from LeBeast, the red team is looking at a very good opportunity to take a win in this best of 5. Yeah, the hooks are being thrown out. Once the level 13 is there, they're going to become a little bit more dangerous, of course. But here's the push. Red Web Weavers are coming in too. They show that they're taking the camp. Yeah, and again, another one of those situations. They are talent down. They are a talent down. The camp is about to get stolen. Yep, and they lose Urel as well. So yeah, this is just getting worse and worse and worse with every single play that is being made. Genji made it out. That in of itself is already crazy. But we're talking double... This keep is gone. Double camp in the middle and also Web Weavers. I mean, are you kidding me? There is no way they're going to save this keep. Especially with Sylvanas now chipping in too. Look at this. I mean, Team Wah is seeing red now. And there's another kill. Stitches is dead. 12 kills to 2. They're getting a ruffle stomped in this one. They're getting absolutely crushed. I mean, you can make a play for core at this point. Or just go for a second keep. Whatever your heart desires. So, yeah, they try to go for a kill. Iron Skin is ready on Jojo, so she's not in any real danger. The arrow, but Marke is still alive. It's a 5v4, level 60. They're 2 talents ahead. 2 talent lead for LeBeast. And here goes Ultralisk. Keys down. The Quasar gets attacked. Second keeps fall. Jeez, they're getting slapped around here. Oh my god. I mean, the big slaps of 2022 here as on Tomb of the Spider Queen. Team Wah gets absolutely taken apart. Not even closer. LeBeast, yeah, they are just dropping them one after another. 15 kills to 2 now, it's ridiculous. But that's the first point on the board for the red team. Nicely done and well played. GG. Towers of Doom, Team against LeBeast. Okay. Yeah, the 4th game got a little bit delayed. We had a short break between the games because Team needed to take a shower. They got shit on the last map and didn't like the smell, I think. No, I mean, jokes aside, LeBeast absolutely murdered them. I mean, murdered them. Yes, there were some risky plays of Team that backfired, and as I said, if you are ahead, you should take risks. That's definitely a really important thing. Sometimes people, watch a match like this and they are like, oh my god, they shouldn't have done this, they shouldn't have done that. But honestly, if you're 2-0 ahead, take some risks in game number 3. If you are strong enough, just like, thinking about it and saying like, alright, we still have a lead, so use that. Don't play every game the same. Don't make the same choices. Don't play everything safe. You can take some risks. That doesn't mean you have to YOLO into every fight and just suicide, but definitely if there is a risky play with high reward, then make those plays every now and then. So we got the Haka as a first pick. Blaze got banned again, so obviously LeBeast really picked up on that. It's actually kind of interesting if you think about it. Now, Marke subbed in at the offline event in Miami for Dino, who couldn't make it because of the COVID restrictions. And therefore, he was the one really working a lot with them and also obviously drafting with them, talking with them. So, if anything, it surprises me that they didn't start to ban Blaze earlier than that. But now they do. And Marke has the inside scoop, so to say. So, he knows what's up. Towers of Doom starts off with Hanzo going for his bishops. It's kind of funny that actually Hanzo is now one of the main contested characters in this series, because both teams know that bishops just loves to play that hero and is very strong on it. So we have a lot of counter picks against him or bans. Sylvanas and Diablo. Yeah, Masquerade's Diablo is pretty terrifying. And Sylvanas, again, I talked about Dainu really liking the hero, not only for his split push potential, but also just for the general damage output. Leo got banned. It's actually kind of funny as well if you think about it. But there's a Rhaegar. And we're going to talk about side laners a little bit too. Irella's still up. Could go for her. So that's definitely an option. Ultralis hasn't made a pick yet either. The one time, like, you know, every single time you see something like a hammer pop up, in the back of your head is always like, what if they do it again? Now, this is another map where you can go for a hammer, and you have the Haka, you have Diablo, so you can already bully them around this a little bit, so there's always the option. Hazo did that for a long time, and this was another one where they played a lot with the auto attacker. Rhaegar banned, I mean, that's targeting Banana. I could also go for a pull here, so that's another one. But yeah. Next double pick. What's the play here? Keep in mind, Zarya is up, but they go for Medivh, Maki Medivh and Stukov. Bit of a different approach here now. Okay. We got Stukov. Not really a lot of stuns that set him up. I guess you could argue that with Medivh they can make some plays there. Not a lot of portal control on the side of the blue team yet either, but that can change. And there's Maiev. I was asking myself the entire time when we would finally see Ultralis play Maiev. Initially I thought that on Towers of Doom we would see her, but not so much. Now we got Banana on Ana. Banana's Ana is pretty bananas. I mean, whenever Banana plays Ana, she is just going bananas on the other team. So yeah, Ana and Banana is pretty strong, which is why a lot of teams ban Ana against Banana, because yeah, his Ana is just Banana. But Ui is the last one to jump in. And, well, we need another support. And then we can... sorry, another... Ooh, did not see that coming. Sonya! The Eminem of the Nexus is in the house. Alright, Towers of Doom, everybody. Map number 4. Can they do it again? Can they force map number 5? Where's Team WAC closing out the series here on Towers of Doom? Let's find out. A 2-1 score in favor of the blue team, but LeBeast is starting to get a bit stronger here. So now on the left side, we got the Quasar on the Haka, we got Ultralisk on Maiev, Banana on Ana, we have Masquerade playing Diablo, and Dainu on Sylvanas. On the right side of the map, the red team with Ui on Medivh, so they swapped it over. Maki is the one that plays the side lane now, he's playing Sonya. We have Bishops on Hanzo, Play on Tyrael again, and X here with Stukov going into the Fetid Touch on level 1. So a little bit more range for him here. But, of course, now we have Maiev in play for Ultralis, definitely one of his go-to heroes, so he's played for a long time. And yeah, the engage against Medivh, and he immediately doesn't like what's happening here. Ui is trying to stack and he gets a few together here, but he's also dropping incredibly low, and he definitely realized that he is going to be on the menu until he's able to complete that baseline quest of his. 4 stacks for now, but the aggression is there. He's immediately in bird form. He's like, yeah, he's like, screw that. I'm gonna go full birdie on this one. And Ixia, careful, my friend. I don't want to get caught by that roaming 4-man. That will very, very easily give you a bit of a headache. Especially when he comes in and just like murders you into a wall. So that's going to be the next problem. But yeah. So with that, we currently have the rotations on both sides. The teams are obviously attempting to now control the mid lane, control the bot lane. Bot lane is generally the most important one on this map. If you get bell tower control here, the pumpkins can go straight for it. Both teams, by the way, have now taken theirs. Well, the red team is still trying to. Are we actually going to see the invade? They might be able to get a kill here if they play this one right. But the portal is ready. So yeah, Medivh paying attention to. It's a full 5v5 now. But the camps at least have been taken by respective teams. So 1 each. And now down at the bottom of the map. Already to move. 10 stacks for Medivh. We're going to keep an eye on him in particular. Nothing more frustrating for a Medivh player when he's close to completing the baseline quest and then he just gets murdered time and time again. And of course, Diablo is also a little bit stronger in a lot of regards now with the souls, but Masquerade gets attacked here very vehemently. The portals are helping them to jump around, and there's not that much portal control, and you get some. Ana can definitely work with the sleep darts a bit once the portals are out. We can see also a few tongues, the tethers, there's a few things that can be done. This objective should be announced in another 10 seconds and then we can go straight for it. But as you can see, right now it's still about the rotations. And Medivh is obviously going for the integrated cheat code here. Nice sleep dart, I like that. There's the tether. And he gets away. But the pressure is on. The pressure is definitely on. Yeah, he's having a tough time making all of this happen without being in danger of dying, but he's stacking fairly well. He's at 17 stacks now, it's pretty good. So if he keeps that up, there's a good chance that he gets this quest completed pretty quickly before level 10. Ideally you want to do it before level 10. Things become so much more dangerous when your opponent has heroic abilities. If they use all the cooldowns on you, then their chances of getting a kill are great. So yeah, top left, top right, that's where we're gonna have the channel. Ultralisk is going for the interrupt. So they're trying to go for a bit more than a double even. First one is already in. And now Dehaka is moving down to the bottom of the map. Dino is jumping out, so good for him. And that's a catch, and a good one at that. Ixia finds himself in real trouble, and he's not the only one. They want to go for Medivh, and he dies. Yeah, that's not really what you want to see there. So great kill in that situation. First they go for Stukov, as you can see here in the replay, and then they see Ui here, 22 stacks, more than halfway done, and they get the double kill. They take both of the supports out, and that is just a bit too much for them to handle. So now we are not only having the baseline quest reset, we have level 7, 2 kills to 0 for team, but that's exactly how they need to start this up. With Sylvanas' help, they can push the bot lane out a bit further too. And yeah, that was nicely done. Masquerade finds himself the focus of attention, but is able to dash out at least for now. They might still get the kill here though. The pew 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 from Ana is strong though. And she's alive. Uh-oh, the turn attempt against Tyrael, and that nearly worked out for them. And another great hit by Banana H, but it's Dino that went in a bit too deep. But they're going for Medivh again, and they kill him. Stacks reset once more. He didn't have too many this time either. But Maka is also down, tried to go through the portal and died. And it seems like we are going to see a third kill happen because Tyrael is running out of mana too. So yeah, Ultralisk is going for him. Wants the kill here. No way. Oh boy! Oh! 18 hit points! But Ixia gets dragged and he's dead too. That's 5 kills to 1. Full level lead as is already. And yes, the party is definitely on here. This has always been an insane comeback map, and I know, people are listening to this and it's like, oh my god, he still wants to make it exciting, but this is obviously a stomp. But if you watched any Heroes of the Storm in the last few weeks, and you know that it seems to be the golden rule on Towers of Doom that whichever team pulls ahead before level 10 is then after the mid game slowly starting to lose the map. So we had such incredible comebacks where teams were literally down to a single point on the core and then were still able to win it. And it's going to be tough to recover from this, I'm going to be honest, but yeah, this is the comeback map for a reason. Late game is everything here. If you're scaling well, then you can do a whole lot of work. But of course, for Medivh, it's going to be very tricky to complete the quest. 28 to 36 points now. Still a lot of plays made down at the bottom of the map with the pumpkins now too. And here's level 10, and that means that the red team just has to abandon the bottom bell tower. It's an entire level advantage, and if you don't have your heroic ability, just get the hell out of there. Golden rule of Heroes of the Storm: if your opponent has heroics and you don't, 9.9 times out of 10, it's a very dumb idea to think that you can engage into that. So yeah, shouldn't really do that. So in this case now, we have, still, ooh, Eye of Horus, by the way. So we got the Eye of Horus, and we also have the Containment Disc in. Look at Masquerade. Like, I mean, he can be full in their face right now, and he has just no trouble doing that. He is fully stacked on his souls, so he can just go ham on them. Maiev is in the middle, Dehaka is at the top. They got the bell tower control, so it's literally 5 to 3 bell towers. And they just blow those waves up. But finally we got level 10, so that gives us topside Wrath of the Berserker. Pretty much the ults that you would expect here as well. No surprises, honestly. But they're still far behind. Not only in control of the map, and it should be 5 versus 3 point split now, normally, and that's it. Or if they lose some heroes, we could maybe see a double altar play. Here's the ley line, but that didn't really do too much. It saved, I guess, Tyrael for a second. They throw. Oh my god! Tyrael, look at him. He made it out, but so close. And now Sonya is dead. The arrow, yes, it connects, but it's too late to save her. And they are cleaning house here. They go for bishops. They want another kill. Play in bishops. They are both just on the run. And I mean, the onslaught just starts. The Haka is already channeling the ult at the top left. And Sylvanas is now trying to start here at the top right. I guess she's going to be interrupted. Nope. They were trying to bait it a little bit, and that's 10 shots in total off the core, 18 to 36, literally doubling the points. And Team Wah is just driving the momentum further and further. It is nasty. Yeah, Sylvanas is already down at the bottom of the map again. Marke is at least trying to get some hits in here, but the containmentist stops him right away. We have by now 32,000 damage for Hanzo, 22,000 for Sylvanas. Once again, a great indicator that you don't need the top damage in the game in order to get kills. It's quite the opposite here, actually. Damage numbers are way higher on the red team, but that doesn't help them to get the final hits in. There's level 13. They're not making the play here, but they try to go for kills. Quick shove. Yeah, stiff arming him. But Marke gets now hit. There's the ley line though. Maybe they can turn it with a good lurking arm. Nope, not so much. Instead, look at Ultralisk. He's cleaving the shit out of them. Sanctification. Ultralisk gets saved by Banana. They are making a play for Marke. Great arrow again by Bishops. The disc is out too. Terror. Going for the barbecue move here. And it is Medivh that dies again. Medivh is down and losing his stacks. They get the second kill against Sonya. They are just going full farm simulator on this one. Yeah, that is a third kill. Explosion and Masquerade is just not enough. He's simply too tanky at this point in time. Level 3 hasn't even picked her talent. So right now we got the next one coming up here. But they obviously have full control over the map, and they're looking to get another bell tower now too. So yeah, they are done with this. They really, really want to run the momentum on them and make sure that they don't have a chance to get back into the game here. And of course for Medivh it's really annoying, because the longer this game lasts, the harder it is for him to complete it. Great dodge from Dequaza. He might still die, but that was pretty special. So Dequaza, he goes down. They get the 5 shots fired, of course, as you can see. So the core is now down to 13 points. But that was a really, really nice move from Dequaza when he dodged out on Stukov's ult. Masquerade is trying to keep them up here a little bit longer for the rest of the team to move in. Disc is being thrown out. Nice thought. Trying to go for the control on the portal. But they try for the aggressive play. Now, another thing to keep in mind is that this is likely going to be a couple of shots. But yep, 13 points for now on the core. There's the arrow against Dainu. 5 versus 4 still, but the Haka is about to be back. But Dainu is dead. Can he get the counter kill against Marke? The answer is no. They cannot. But still, the boss has been denied and the shots are fired. 3 in total. That drops the core to 10 points. Boss is getting attacked once again. And Marke is down. Sanctification just came in a little bit too late. They have to shove Ultralisk back out. The fight is just not ending. It's just not ending here. Another good shield, but the disc is out. The drag connects, and that should be the end of Tyrael. Play is trying to rush away. 100 hit points on him, and he is getting out, at least for now. Maybe they should be able to grab him here. Yeah, and that should be the end of him. I mean, even with the mobility that he has, there's just no way to escape out of that situation. So 11 kills to 3. We have level 13 talents on both sides by now, of course, but with half a level missing for level 16 talents. The lead goes to Team Wah. If they win this game, they move on to the grand final, and LeBeast would drop down into the losers bracket. But here we go. Triple altar. This can end it. You get 2 of the altars and you win the game. And they know it, of course. And the level 16 talent is giving such a big lead to Team Wah. This is horrific for LeBeast. This is so bad for them. Ultralisk, he's moving away. Marke, can he get it? Can he go for it? The core is done. This is game too late already, the shots were fired, and Team Wah goes to the grand final. Thank you everybody for watching the video today. I hope that you enjoyed the show and the commentary. And keep in mind that the spoiler protection that is going to run for the rest of the video is made possible by all the support on patreon.com. So guys, if you want to support my work, if you want to help me start new projects and keep the spoiler protection in place, please consider heading over to patreon.com/Khaldor. There's also a link in the YouTube description, and check that out. Thanks in advance, and see you guys next time with more esports coverage here on Khaldor TV. Have a great day.